Hey, good evening, everybody. We just wrapped session 28 of Curse of the Crimson Throne using Dungeons and Dragons. Before we begin tonight's overview, I just want to mark the date and time. So this is January 9th, 2023, and we're in the midst of the WotC OGL scandal, so much as they're trying to change the nature of the agreement. They're upending a huge section of the TTRPG community, and I'm personally pretty upset about it, as are some others. There are a lot of people who are fine with it. I'm not one of them. As it stands, I've committed to my groups to finish running the games that they want to play. So if people want to bow out, I understand. Or if we want to wrap up, I understand. But if people want to play, I'm going to play until it's done. This group is deciding to continue. So you'll be getting more of these. After these conclude, I probably will not do any more Dungeons and Dragons content. And I've been doing it since I was 9 years old, off and on. So it's pretty significant for me. But it is what it is. And yeah. So enough of all that. To prepare for tonight, we had the magic beans last time, so we needed a quick little dungeon crawl for the Mummy Lord's Tomb. I pulled this one up from Fantasy Grounds. You can see it was $3. Bought it, fired it up. It had the lovely little map, line of sight, already done. It was scaled for 4 5th level PCs, so it turned out to be far too easy for the group. They just sort of blew through it. But I think everybody had a good time. So I don't regret that at all. And again, like $3, threw it in there. I actually did first look to see if I had maps, and I looked at Dungeon Alchemist to see if it was going to, have Egyptian motif for a pyramid sort of dungeon crawl. It did not. So bought this. Worked out fine. Had to ad lib just a little bit because there weren't any descriptions of the rooms or anything, but plenty of experience doing that. I did tweak the line of sight on it. It had in the bottom of the map, it just sort of had an open doorway, and it's fine. You could dump everybody out there, but they'd be able to see the outside of all the walls. So I just put a little box there to drop everybody in, and it was black. I didn't put anything under it, and I should have. And everybody sort of assumed they couldn't see. So it was a slight misstep on my part. I suppose I could have overlaid it onto the other map. But yeah, all behind us now. I was prepared to do the roleplay encounter, and I was going to instruct everyone it was time to level to 9. Just when they finish with the Emperor, they're supposed to level to 9, so I figured we'd get that done tonight. Spoiler alert, we didn't. They didn't do the roleplay encounter. So I'll just mark that now. Everything but the RP encounter. Oops, encounter actually happened. Grammarly's great, by the way. So, yeah. I didn't have to do much, like in terms of prep. I used the monsters as were in the little mini module that I grabbed and downloaded third-party content. I mean, the ability to go and do that and grab that SRD product and drop that into the game is exactly why this license matters and is important. Just that simple example right there. I don't even know if that's going to be possible, and I don't want to get into all the different details, but yeah, just a good example of what a vibrant community can provide. So that's it for this week. Next week, we'll go ahead and pick up with the role-playing encounter, and then we'll continue moving through Chapter 3. They're about half done with Chapter 3. So we're moving through the book a little faster this time. The content's a little thinner for this part of the chapter as well. So that's probably why. Thanks for being along for the ride, and as mentioned, I will finish this one unless the group decides that we're done. I will push this to the end of the last chapter. So be around for that, most likely. I'll see you all very soon. Everybody have fun playing whatever game it is that you decide to play.